What's up, guys? Now it's time for the fun stuff. This is our top 10 picks of the week for May the 4th. Be with you.
Not Revenge of the 5th, May the 4th.
Yes. Revenge of the 5th is coming up soon. And then Return of the 6th or Revenge of the 6th. Return of the 5th, Revenge of the 6th. I'm Shawn.
This is Drew.
Yes, he is. We're going to take you through our top 10 best books of the week. Let's get started.
Let's do it.
Okay. These are in order, 10 to 1. Put a lot of thought into these. My stuff's based more on speculation. Drew's is not.
No. Story and engagement.
Number 10.
Boom. 10.
Okay.
Next star.
Heroes Reborn.
Oh, I forgot to grab that. That was good. That was in my mess.
Oh, it was in your mess?
Yeah, because we didn't get the comics here at the store this week.
Yeah, so it would have been in my meh, but this fire-ass Archer cover saved it. I mean, this cover is clearly the one to get. This cover is amazing. It's not Wonder Woman, Power Princess. So we're introduced to all the characters. Here's what's so frustrating about Heroes Reborn. As a comic shop, I've had to order all the way through issue number 4, and I've just now read issue number 1. We're introduced to all the hodgepodge of characters, Dr. Doom and Juggernaut, Professor Juggernaut, the Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, which whatever they call her, the Scarlet Speedster, something, the Speed Scarletster. We get what else is one? Venom Red Skull, Venomy Red Skull.
Black Skull.
Black Skull. Yep. And none of them are particularly like, whoa. Yeah. They're just all kind of meh villains. Like, you know, Thanos shows up with the Infinity Rings, and he's even
rings, not gauntlet, the rings.
Infinity Rings, and he's even kind of meh also. So the saving point of this was Steve McNiven's art.
Ed McGuinness.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ed McGuinness. Yeah. Oh my God, it's so good. It's so good. I feel like I was, World War Hulk. If you haven't read it, read it because he drew majority of it. It's so good. The art is so good in here. So yeah, that's my number 10. Really, because of the cover. It wasn't for this great cover. Really, the other covers are kind of skip it covers. There's some really stupid ones out there. But anyway, I'm wondering to see where it goes with this. It's the introduction of it. I'm trying not to judge it too hard. But it's definitely not like a whoa, kind of start to a big event. Yeah. It just isn't. So what is this crazy thing?
This is Beckstar number 1. So I know the writer of this, Joe Corallo.
Okay.
I've been on a lot of YouTube videos with him, doing roundtable discussions. Great guy. He's an editor. He's a writer. And this is his first one with Mad Cave Comics. And in my opinion, this is how you do a female protagonist right. She's not perfect. She gets her ass kicked in this quite a few times, gets punched in the face a few times.
Oh, man.
Just a degenerate, like an Indiana Jones in space, stealing artifacts.
Okay.
That have mystical properties to them. And the ending has a very good twist to this, and I can't wait for the next issue. The dialogue is terrific in this. The art is good. It's not my preference, but it's good. It's a solid recommend. It's a very fun issue.
Well, where can they get it at?
You can get it at comicsleaguecomics.com.
I didn't even. It's come out Mad Cave.
Mad Cave. Yeah,
Mad
Cave,
okay. Yes. I totally missed this. I want to read it now. I'm going to give it a shot.
So Heroes Reborn was a meh. All I'm going to say is if you read Flashpoint, it's almost the same setup, in my opinion.
So far, yeah, it kind of feels that. You don't know how they got to this point.
Yes. But one guy remembers everything as the world it used to be.
Yeah. So at the end of the video, if you like and then comment your like number and you're subscribed to the channel, you get to win all my picks. And I'm also going to have a second place where you can win the Venom trade paperback. You can win this one too. $17.99 cover price. We're going to have 2 giveaways this one. So watch to the end and like and subscribe and all that stuff. The channel's blowing up. We're 3250 subs. Like, thank you guys again so much.
Thank you.
Man, it's just, you make it all worthwhile. Okay, next one.
Star Wars, War of the Bounty Hunters.
So I'm cheating because I couldn't pick one cover. I could not pick one cover. All right, so Red Sonja. This is the 1 in 10 Carla Cohen cover. I try not to pick the ratios because I want you guys to be able to afford them. It's a 1 in 10. You should be able to afford it. I'm pretty sure we still have these on the website, comicselitecomics.com. Use code ELITE5 ELITE5. You save an additional 5%. And then if you search for Red Sonja or just scroll down, you should be able to find it. But this is a great cover from Carla. It's a #1. The story is really good. I read the story.
Absolutely.
It's really good. And look at this cover. This is like cover C. I need to get a hold of this guy. I want him to do 100 covers for Comics Elite.
When I saw that on Diamond, I thought it was a cosplay cover. Initially.
It's so good.
It is damn good.
And shame on me for not knowing who the artist is. I don't know who this artist is. Shame on me for that. You know what? We'll put the artist on the timestamp. Remind me, video editor guy here, to tell you who the artist is. We'll put it on the timestamp. It's so good. So it's really Amanda Connor and Jimmy Palmiotti write this one. It's really good. You kind of get 3 different settings. They set her up at the end of it. She's a badass, but she's also a good guy. I really like this Red Sonja. It was fantastic. I highly recommend it. What do you got? War of the Bounty Hunters.
War of the Bounty Hunters, number 0, prequel.
Alpha.
Okay, not 0, Alpha. I got the McNiven cover. This cover is fire. I like it. And
is this the 1 in 50 variant?
I grabbed the first one I saw.
I think this might be the 1 in 50 with the black armor. I could be wrong. I have to double check that.
Ruh-roh.
No, it's okay.
We're just gonna have my legs broke.
Just gingerly put it back on the
pile.
Yes.
We all know where the story goes. We all know when this takes place. But did I have fun with the story? Yes. This was an absolutely fun read. Now, art by Steve McNiven is terrific. It's great seeing him do interiors. I had a blast reading this. Can't wait for the next one. Recommend. Absolutely.
I'll save my thoughts on that one for later. Okay. Number 8.
Red Rooster, Indiegogo.
Never heard of it. I am Noctera. So we talked about this in our Skip It video.
Meh.
Oh, in the Meh video. Yeah, it got upgraded from your Skip It to your Mez.
Yes.
This is the Jock cover. There's in case you missed it in the first video, there's a big crap moment in here where you're like, I didn't see that coming at all. There's a terrifying moment in the beginning when it kind of talks about how the shades started taking over. I love the way Scott Snyder's telling the story. The interior art is fantastic. This cover is great. I am enjoying this series very, very much. It's rare you're going to see a number 3 still in the top 10, and it's solidly in my top 10s. I really like it. Even Drew upgraded it from his Skip It's to his Mez.
Best issue so far of the series.
Yeah. Okay, so what is this crazy thing?
So this is called Red Rooster by Mitch and Elizabeth Breitweiser.
Okay.
And it's an Indiegogo. It was 2 years delayed, but finally came out because they had a Walmart deal to put these out and then fulfill the Indiegogo. Upset a lot of the customers.
Yeah, I'd be pissed too.
Yeah. But it is a damn good read. The art is terrific in this.
That's a thick book.
It collects the first 3 issues of Red Rooster. It's a trade paperback. It's a slipcase trade paperback.
Oh man.
Signed by them, came with playing cards, stickers. And essentially it's like a Captain America. It takes place in the 1930s. And it's a costume hero or Captain America who's more or less put crime fighting to the side and focus more on the Hollywood aspect, the selling merchandise, being in films, and then
a sellout,
Captain
America,
effectively. And then his supervillains get the escape, and they come after him and his crew. And that line from Dark Knight Rises, "Victory has defeated you," happens, and it ends on a great cliffhanger. Okay. I cannot recommend it enough.
So Indiegogo, you can get it?
It's closed now, but you can get them at Walmart.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, God, Walmart. To buy comics.
Wally World.
Blasphemy. Okay, 7. Pick 7.
Pick 7.
So I have, what the hell?
Yeah, Billy Tucci.
Okay, so I have Marjorie Finnegan, temporal, what is it again? She's a temporal criminal. Garth Ennis. I wish it was crazier.
Yes.
Garth Ennis, I'm already holding him up to Welcome Back Frank, Punisher, and Preacher, and The Boys type standard. I'm having not lost hope. It's only 1 issue. He has a lot of very creative workarounds for the time travel thing, right? Like, what if I wind up killing my great grandpa in Egypt or something? It's like, there's a answer for that, which is kind of cool. It's very creative. I hope it could be a little better. Oh yeah, sorry, it's always late this time of day. It's blazing. I'm 20:47, man. It's 7:30 already. My time. This is my bedtime. Anyway, I thought it was really good. So it made my number 7. I hope it gets better. I was hoping it to be my number 1, but it's number 7.
Yeah, I'll be checking that issue too as well.
So you picked a comic from 1991 that came out, or what?
This is Billy Tucci's sequel to his Indiegogo from 2 years ago.
Oh man,
She Haikyuu, and Simon Billy Tucci. So the story takes place 15 years after She ended.
Billy's still got
yes,
that art style. Look at that.
He's amazing.
He's so good. I like Billy. He's a friend of mine.
She is now a mom, and
oh man,
yep.
Is that Mama She or is that
that's
daughter
Mama
She?
Okay. That's Mama She. She is still, I think she's 12 years old in this.
Okay.
And she's retired from crime fighting, but the story picks up. It's the sequel to the original Indiegogo.
Okay.
And it's just a psychological samurai thriller. Takes us through the New York's Roosevelt Island, and some mother. She's got to embrace death so that her daughter can live.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's a great story. Terrific art. Got a lot of cool tchotchkes here in the back, stickers, playing cards.
It's a thick book too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is that still on Indiegogo or is it over?
It's still open. You can get it right now.
So then go to Indiegogo, search for She
Haikyuu.
Haikyuu. That's my Japanese voice. You like that?
Haikyuu.
Okay, next. What are we on?
6.
5.
5.
Number 5.
Are you familiar? This is I discovered this beauty this past weekend.
I'll start with Hulk. Man, I love it. Hulk is back. Finally, give me my Hulk back. He's not a weak, raving crybaby with flabby skin because he doesn't have muscles anymore. He's back. He F's up. He makes short work of these B-listers, D-listers that have been fighting him. He makes short work of them. Henry Peter Gyrich has to call in Earth's Mightiest Heroes. And I can't wait for the next episode to see next episode to see what happens in this. I am super happy. I think this is a new version. He doesn't call himself anything different. All the speculators out there were kind of waiting to see what the red-veined Hulk does. He still has his red veins and his red eyes. So this is a new version of the Hulk we've never seen. They don't call him like Green Red Hulk, like Grulk or anything like that. I'm going to coin that term, Grulk. Make it happen, Grulk. Hashtag Grulk. And this Alex Ross cover, fantastic. I loved it. You put it as a meh or a skip it, and I think you're crazy. It's so good. I loved it, man. I loved it. So what is this crazy comic you have here in front of you?
This was a comic called Death Rage. It's on Kickstarter.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
Never. Yeah. I got it in the mail this past weekend. I got it in the mail, and
very cool.
I gave it a read. Because I backed the $60, I think, benchmark.
$60 tier. That's a great cover there by Ezequiel Dominguez did this one.
Yes.
Great foil cover. Pretty good.
Absolutely.
There's also covers by John Jiang available at the website, which I believe is mercmagazine.com. There's Tyler Kirkham cover that came out with it as well.
So
go ahead.
Go ahead. Yeah, this was a fun comic. The interior art in this is terrific. I love the interior art in this.
It's good.
Beautiful. Yes. The one aspect I love the most is the history of the Spartans.
Isn't that cool?
I love that the most. And the people in the history who are linked to it, I'm all in a series about that. You can make a whole series about that.
Oh, I have to talk to if only I had some influence on this comic. Yeah. So full disclosure, I'm half owner of Merc Magazine, the company that publishes this. So this is half my baby. I'm super happy to see this come to life. Thanks for all the supporters who supported it. You can still get some covers on mercmagazine.com. There's some great covers out there still. We don't publish these like crazy. Once they're sold out, they're sold out. That's it. So get them while you can. Once convention, give us 2 conventions under our belt, we're going to be sold out of these covers.
No doubt. There are some questions I had, like who are some of the characters, like. I mean, he's been on some of the covers. Who is Mr. Teddy Bear?
We'll see.
Okay, we'll see. All right, I'm like,
you will see who the teddy bear is. Yeah,
all right,
Mr. Teddy.
Yeah. So I got this fast in the mail. If you order it, you're gonna get it fast. I got it very fast.
They probably if you have completed your surveys, you probably have it.
Yeah. So this is a high recommend. The one grievance I have is that we don't really see that costume.
Yeah, you don't see it that much because this is kind of an origin story for Death Rage. Yeah. You see kind of his origin.
Yes. It's a good origin. That's the only disappointing aspect for me right there. But other than that, it's a solid read.
Okay. Awesome. Thanks, man. I appreciate the shout out. That's great. Okay. We're on 4.
4.
10, 9. Oh, wait. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Number 6. Oh, what? 4. Yeah.
I got the Invincible Red
Oh,
Sonja.
so I have Crime Syndicate.
Yes.
So go ahead and talk about Sonja.
Oh, what can I say that you didn't already say? Almost every cover of this issue is damn hot.
Yeah, there's some great covers.
I just went with the main because you cannot go wrong with any of the covers.
We have 2 store exclusives also, one from Nathan Zerdy and one from Alex Savuk and Nathan Zerdy together. Should be available on the website also. Anyway, go ahead.
Mind blown right there.
Yeah, pretty cool.
The great thing is that in this comic, we get exactly what's in this. We get blood, sword, arrows, naked hot chicks. It's awesome. I love this.
I wish that chick was more naked.
Yeah, more nakeder. Yes, more nakeder. Yeah. Jimmy and Amanda, they did a great job with the dialogue and the story in this.
Mm-hmm.
It is action packed.
They packed a lot of story in it, but it doesn't feel convoluted.
No,
it moves along at a good pace.
Well paced.
Yeah.
Very greatly paced. And the story starts at the end, which is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And then we head back to the very beginning. Which is great. I cannot recommend this enough. If you wanted to find a good jumping on point for Red Sonja, this is it right here. Invincible Red Sonja #1.
Yeah. So Crime Syndicate, guys, this just gets better and better and better. I love Crime Syndicate. They're an evil version of the Justice League from Earth 3. Somehow the Suicide Squad winds up there, which are kind of in future state. They're kind of showing us how it happens. We're getting a new origin of the Crime Syndicate. They're fighting the Starros, a whole different version of the Starros, which is really freaking cool. I love every one of the members of the Crime Syndicate and the way they interact with each other, the way they think they saved the day at the end, and you realize the day is not saved, or they did, but at what cost. They could give a shit less. It's so good. I highly recommend it. You got to read the Crime Syndicate, guys. If you want a dark, gritty DC version of these characters, you got to read it, man. It's so good.
The one crime, it's only going to be 6 issues. That's a crime.
Yeah, I know. I want more.
Yes,
well, hey,
absolutely.
let's keep buying it so the sales numbers stay high so they make more of it.
Absolutely.
Okay, now we're on number
3?
4.
4?
This is number 4.
Yeah, that's right. Yes.
Oh, wait, do I have an extra one?
No, because I've got one, because one of yours is
that's right.
going to be one of mine. Batman
man. You
0
love
point.
that.
Yes.
So go ahead, talk about 0 point.
So I was expecting this to be a meh when I read this, because this was one of the first ones I read. I was expecting next to nothing from this. It was fun and dramatic.
Yes.
Barring the Harley Quinn pages, this comic was nearly perfect and a blast to read.
Yep.
And am I going to play the game? No, not at all.
I've never played Fortnite, but you can tell they're in the game.
Yeah.
And they're trying to figure out, because rounds are 22 minutes.
Exactly. Trying the time cycles, how it resets, and the island, they can't talk, so they're having to leave each other messages. They keep losing their memory.
So creative.
By the end of this, my heart sunk at the end. I'm like,
yeah, it is kind of like a little heartbreaking.
Because that's one thing I look for. Do I get a good solid emotion out of it? Do I get a reaction out of it? I got a great reaction out of it. My heart sunk at the end.
It's okay, Drew.
I know, but it's sad. It's sad what happens.
Guys, when you see Drew at a con, give him a hug. But it is. I agree. Yeah. So this was my mez because I just ran out of room in my top 10. This would have been number 11 easily. I was so blown away by how good this is.
I know.
It's so good. I wasn't expecting crap out of this. I was expecting nothing out of this comic.
Yes.
And it's way up there and enjoyable. It's fun. Get it for your kid to read, to get the code to play Fortnite, and then read it with your kid. The Harley Quinn scene is she's doing the dance.
Yeah, it's
like it's a moment where it's a little cringy for the adults, but the kids will be like, oh, look, she's doing the dance. Like the kids will be all happy about it, you know. It's pretty good.
But the best part, next issue, Snake Eyes.
Yeah,
cannot
Snake
wait.
Eyes fighting Batman.
Yes.
So Enoch, I'm sorry.
Oh, I didn't see that. Oh, you're holding out on me, man.
I know, I was at the other shop, man. So
God damn it.
Enoch, I'm gonna rub it into Drew a little bit because he hasn't read it and he's a fan of it now. It's so good. It just keeps getting better and better and better. There's a couple like WTF moments in there where you're like, what? The story doesn't disappoint. The art is still fantastic. Matt Kent is doing this. It's so good, guys. Read Enoch. Read Enoch. It's a crazy computer's taking over everything. There's a huge at the end. You think they've done everything they could possibly do to outsmart this thing. And at the end, there's still that big WTF moment where you're like mind blown. Like, what is happening? And they even say it. They're like, should we do it, or is this what he wants us to do? Like, oh man, it's so good. It's so good. Okay, number three. Number three is, oh, man, this thing.
Okay. Number three, Swamp Thing.
Okay, yes. I have, what's that called?
Broken Souls Ballad.
Yeah, Broken Souls Ballad. Okay, you go ahead first, because I got a lot to say about this book.
Okay, I'll say a little more about that a little later.
Okay.
But Swamp Thing number 3. The covers are good.
Kyle Hott's cover?
Yes, Kyle Hott's. I like how you did Poison Ivy in the back of this.
That's pretty cool, yeah.
Mike Perkins' art, in the interior art, once again, it continues to be outstanding, detailed, horrific, and very narratively fitting with what's going on. Our new Swamp Thing is trying to figure out who he is, what his new powers are, and inadvertently he sucks in his girlfriend into the green with him. So that makes the plot much more.
Oh man, interesting.
Yeah, so we get 2 Ivies in this too. There's an Ivy and another Ivy.
Yes, I noticed that. I didn't read this one.
We get introduced to an old Swamp Thing villain, and he's drawn brilliantly by Mike Perkins. It's truly terrifying. I guarantee you it is.
Okay.
And this series is one of the few best. Plenty of surprises. Another great surprise guest at the end. Didn't see him showing up. Recommend all the way.
Now I want to go back and read it. Yeah. There's always one book I regret not reading when you talk about it. Okay. Broken Souls Ballad. Broken Souls Ballad. Okay. Wow. This snuck up on me out of nowhere. Ernie works at the main store, does the live sales on Facebook. I'm going through the stack. She's like, try this one. I picked it up. I was like, ugh. Oh my God. This cover is a dog taking over a boy in the same body. This is dark. This is a horror comic. 100% a horror comic. This could be they could probably never make this as a movie because it's so dark. Mm-hmm. This is a kind of movie where Hollywood would be like, whoa, you want to do what with kids?
Yeah.
And it is so dark and creepy, and it is beautifully written. The art is perfect for the style it is. I was blown away by this book. This is so freaking good, guys. Track this down and buy it. Track it down and buy it. Go to Comics Elite Comics. Watch our live sale tonight on Facebook. Search us for on Facebook. If you don't know by now, go on Facebook. The link's down here in the description. Go down there and look at the link. Go to Facebook, watch our live sales. You can claim books, buy them through there. This is super good. I was blown away by this. So thanks to Ernie for recommending this to me. I was just, man, super impressed. Okay. Number two.
Crime Syndicate number 3.
Crime Syndicate. And I have Batman. Okay, talk about Crime Syndicate.
This covered by Babs Tarr. This is hot. I love this. It looks just like America and Dolphin.
It is really good, yeah.
Yes. Absolutely.
It's a good cover.
Yeah. I thought it was America at first glance.
Yeah, DC allowing sexuality in the comic. Like, she has boobs. I can't believe it. It's amazing.
I love the attention to detail in this comic in regards to making the universe and the characters the opposite of what we're used to. I love that attention to detail. It is fantastic.
Yeah.
That takes so much concentration and creativity and editing. Kudos to everyone on that team. That's fantastic.
It's good.
Besides one silly scene with Alexander Luthor, this was a fun and action-packed comic. And
but I like how Luthor's the good guy.
He's a good guy.
Totally the good guy.
Absolutely, yeah. Superwoman is a true badass in this. Yes. I loved it. And one of the best twists in this is the one we get with the Overlords of Oa. The Overlords of Oa.
The Overlords, not the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes.
Or Guardians of the Universe. Sorry. They're the Guardians of Oa. They're the Overlords. Yeah, super cool.
And the twist with the Staros, which is terrific.
Yeah. Huge twist. They're basically just looking for help.
Yeah, the backup in this is terrific as well by Brian Hitch. Brian Hitch is doing the origin stories for these characters.
Yeah.
That is awesome as well.
Really good origin story of Donna Troy.
Yes, absolutely.
Wonder Woman. Yeah.
Yep.
Or Supergirl. Superwoman.
Yes. It has a great twist at the end.
Huge twist.
Yes. This is probably my top 3, one of my top 3 titles of DC right now. High recommend.
Okay. Batman 108. Guys, this does not disappoint. Drew had this as a skip it, and he is insane for having this as a skip it. So Miracle Molly shows up. First off, we find out who Peacekeeper number 1 is. We get his origin, which is going to make Infinite Frontier number 0 worth even more because that's when he first shows up. So be prepared for that to be something because I think this Peacekeeper number 1 character is not someone to be thrown away. I think he has legs. Like, I really enjoyed the Peacekeeper number 1 guy. And you get to see kind of his origin here. You see him Batman go to shit. There's a couple twists in here that are kind of cool. Miracle Molly's talking about who she is, what she represents, why they do what they do. She kind of rubs a couple things in Bruce's face I read her like monologue you didn't like. I found myself skipping over it because it was very wordy, right? It was very wordy. But then I was like, you know what? I'm going to go back and reread it. I went back and reread it, and I was like, this is actually really cool. This is actually really cool. I really kind of enjoyed it. You see where she's come. I don't agree with anything she says, of course, politically, eat the rich, whatever. Like, fuck you. I want to be rich. Everybody wants to be rich. But anyway, it was super good. So first appearance, totally full first appearance, origin of Peacekeeper. I think there's a couple other first appearances, also some supporting characters in here. So this is just so good. It doesn't disappoint. I picked the main cover. The Artrim cover is solid. We have exclusives from Nathan Zerdy. We have exclusives from Carla Cohen, her first DC cover ever. See if you can find some of the cover A's. They may be sold out. I know the virgins are sold out, but try to get these guys. It's super good. I recommend it. Okay, let's go to number one.
Number ones. You drop it, I pick it back up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So go ahead and finish off your thoughts on that one.
Broken Souls Ballad. This is one that I think I intentionally didn't want to read over at the other store. I saw it. I'm like, yeah. But then you said to me, "Hey, give us a check out."
I was like, "Did you read this?" He's like, "No." And I was like, "Just try it for me, see what you think."
Yeah, so I read it. I'm trying to hide my reaction, as best I can. Because this is for the first time we're in the same office reading comics.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking to myself, "Holy crap! This is terrifying." And I do not know what to expect next.
Yeah.
The art in this is graphic.
Yes.
The premise of this, so many questions.
It's pretty much kind of terrifying.
It's absolutely terrifying.
Really, yeah, it's scary as shit.
He's created a great universe here. It is a great period piece too. It takes place during 1986.
Yeah.
In Massachusetts.
Yep.
And I cannot recommend this enough. I am blown away. Cannot wait for issue number 2.
Yeah, loved it.
Yeah.
Well, War of the Bounty Hunters, guys. Alpha, it doesn't disappoint. Boba Fett, he's got Han Solo, but he's on his way to Jabba. Something's going wrong with the carbonite. He has to make a pit stop. He winds up having to fight in this gladiator pits. I love watching him kill everybody. You get the black armor temporarily. It's the beginning of something bigger. It doesn't disappoint. It's my number one because finally we get to see Boba Fett be Boba Fett.
Yeah.
We finally get to see him be Boba Fett. And it doesn't throw away all the movies because I'm not going to spoil anything, but there's a scene from one of the movies, a very poignant scene for him.
Yeah. And
the way he kills the villains or the way he kills the other combatants in the arena, it harkens back to this traumatic event that happened to him. So I really like it. I think Charles Soule's writing it. Doesn't disappoint. Charles Soule he's been writing Star Wars comics for a while. Doesn't disappoint. Fantastic writer. I love it across the board. Just great.
McNiven's art is terrific in there as well.
McNiven's art is fantastic.
Yeah, it's great to see him do interiors.
Man, so really great books this week, guys. Batman, a couple surprises here. The Broken Souls Ballad, try to pick it up. You will not be disappointed. I'm telling you guys, man.
No.
A lot of you guys in the comments say how you love reading books that you would have missed. This is one of them. Don't miss this one. And Crime Syndicate too. Go back and find 1, 2, and 3 if you're not reading Crime Syndicate and give that one a shot. Okay, so to win all of my picks, you want to win all these beautiful babies right here. You have to like the channel. You have to be subscribed to the channel. And then you have to comment your like number. So comment your like number. And guys, we super appreciate the support. We're at 3,200 and some subs already.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Never expected this kind of reception.
This fast. Yeah.
Yeah. Just thank you so much. You guys motivate us to do these. My entire Tuesday is dedicated to just this. It's a lot of work. We had to drive all over the planet today to find the comics. It's a lot of work, but you guys make it worthwhile. You really do. It's reading the comments about thanks for the show. Can't miss this every week. Look forward to it every week. Man, it warms my heart. It really does. It makes it worthwhile. And I'm flattered. I'm humbled. Thank you guys so much.
Yes.
So we're also giving away Venom trade paperbacks. There's 2 winners this week, right? At the end of this video is a Patreon video. It talks about our Patreon subscription service that I have. It's my personal one, Shawn's Comics. Or just search Patreon for Shawn's Comics, or there's in the links below in the description. It's there. We have some room for some more entries. We just started our third month. Our third month, worked out some kinks month 1 and 2. It's a great community. You get entrance into a secret Facebook group to check out what's going on. Please don't try to request to join the group. If you're not on the Patreons, we turn people away all the time. So go check it out. And that's about it, guys. Thanks for another solid week of watching us and for us showing you these comics. I think it's a solid week of comics. So buy what you like, collect what you want. Drew's going to end the video in a minute. And don't listen to the haters. Thank you very much, guys. We'll see you next time.
Take it easy.